Hi, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 22nd, 2022 Angel Day reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into the safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Leo, February 22nd, 2022. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So at the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The top is our emotional self. And the right-hand side is the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Knight of Cups, water sign energy, and we have Judgment coming forward. There's a sense that emotionally we're moving forward and a part of us is being awakened. We have the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands here in our inner selves. We're opening up doors. We're looking at our future. We are a student of what we want to do, of the way that we want to move forward. There's a sense of an innocence around us during this time, but also a sense of this is the best time to learn, to gather up our information, to gather up our knowledge, and to look at things in a different way. We can also be looking at different doors as we open things forward, and there could be a fire sign energy within our lives who is a child or who's a very innocent person kind of coming forward here, so or of great importance. So just being aware of that is important. It moves us to our emotional self, the Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So we're balancing everything emotionally, and we have a lot of questions. It's the heart and the mind starting to work together. It's us looking at what is mentally right for us, what we're thinking, the way that we're moving forward, cutting through doubts and fears. We're also not afraid to ask questions during this time. There's a bravery to our hearts that connects us with our minds. It brings us then to our public arena self, and it is the Ten of Wands and the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancer energy, so if we're born on the cusp with Cancer, this comes out very powerfully. Or again, if we have Cancer within our chart, there is this sense of I'm putting down my burdens and I'm gathering up my emotions and I'm moving me forward, and that makes a lot of sense with what this day represents. So let's look at our energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides, and that's the Prince of Wands. This is us being impetuous, kind of breaking down barriers, wanting to move things forward, not really. Breaking down barriers always sounds like a good thing, right? But not if they're constructed for a very good reason. It's like not if that's a dam holding back the water that we want to be held back, or, a fence that needs to be up. So here it's just being very mindful of this kind of reckless, just go for it attitude that's going to come forward. But there's also a sense that we're going to get very caught up in other people's fires, other people's passions, other people's determination. Why? Because we share that energy with them. We share that fire. We share that energy of fire sign with the wands coming forward, because we're represented by the wands in the minor arcana. We're represented by the strength card in the major arcana. So there's this real sense of distinction, power, passion that moves us, but we also have to be mindful of not getting so caught up in it that it becomes all that we can see. it moves us then to our chakra energy. And that is abundance. That's our root chakra. At the root of us during this time is abundance, is prosperity, is success. It is at the root of who we are. And that abundance leads us forward and opens up the door for us in a very real way and in a very powerful way. So let's talk about this angel number day. So February 22nd, 2022, it is the day of the twos. This represents harmony and serenity. It's also really cool because this is the day when Pluto returns to the spot that it was in when the United States was founded. So on 1777, on this day, well, at this time astrologically, probably not on exactly this day, the United States was founded. And so here there is this powerful sense of rebirth and renewal and of endings and beginnings. And we see that echoed here within our reading. So not only is this a day of harmony and serenity, this is our angels letting us know that we must achieve harmony within our lives, that it's like activating us forward towards our own individual peace. It is also a sign that things are coming, that we're entering into a time of prosperity and peace, and that things are kind of coming to a head. So being aware of that. We're also going to be meeting our twin flames, or we may be meeting our twin flames around this time, and that can be just a very intense relationship. So be mindful of that. We can easily get carried away by it, just to have it turn out to not be necessarily what we thought it was going to be. We're also going to be reaching an important milestone in our lives in our lives during this time. I'm just going to take a sip of water. Biblically, what is very interesting is that if we look at this spiritually but through the Bible's lens, 222 links us not only to the creation of Eve and the first marriage, the first union, but it also links us to the renewal, the return of Christ to earth. So there's going to be this very powerful sense of coming together, of union, of defining, of seeing, of understanding, and also this resurrection again of power, of insight. The Knight of Cups has us at our root, moving forward emotionally, passionately, powerfully. There is this sense of I'm going after what I need. I'm rising above the chaos that is around me, and I'm focusing on what is needed, what is desired, the doors that are opening. And then we have judgment come in. We have this rising of ourselves, this rising of a part of us that has been dormant for a really long time. And it's a sense of an awakening of our passion, of what we desire, but also the sense of an awakening of a dream, something we thought didn't get to be a part of our lives anymore. And so we're going to find us really answering our angel's call during this time, which is for harmony, which is for serenity, which is for a change that is sweeping us forward. And it brings us to looking at things in a very new way with the Two of Wands. This sense of I'm looking out over the horizon. I'm seeing so much more than I thought. It connects us with a childlike wonderment, but also with this kind of a bit of fear, like what if I move forward and things don't work out the way that I had planned? But what if we move forward? What if we work towards our goals and they do work out the way that we want them to? We do see ourselves move forward, maybe not in the exact way we had envisioned or imagined, but we do see ourselves moving forward towards something so much more powerful, so much more invigorating than what we have at this very moment, or a renewal, a rekindling of the fire that we had as children, that spark, that creativity coming forward. There's also a sense here of looking out and seeing prosperity guide, seeing questions, seeing answers, seeing things kind of come together like a puzzle in ways that we hadn't seen before. And that's going to be a very big deal for us. There can also be a child holding a message for us. So if we have children around us, or even if we're just like scrolling and a child's book comes up like on our Amazon or something to that effect, where it's like there's a verse, there's a word or a picture comes up and it has something written underneath, we're going to find that that's a message for us. That's a message telling us about our passion, about what we desire, about, like, it answers a question. It brings us to the Two of Pentacles. We're finding balance. We're finding balance amidst the chaos. Emotionally, our mind might be overwhelmed, and it can very well be overwhelming our heart. Emotionally, we're going to look at things and think, oh my gosh, I have to solve this all right now. And what Spirit is saying is, no, you don't. You don't have to solve this all to get today. What we have to do is balance ourselves, harmonize ourselves, put things in order, take care of us. And then the eternal wealth, because we have that, affinity with the pentacles, on either side, that affinity of wealth, that affinity of abundance comes forward. It leads us, it guides us, and it brings us in a direction that we hadn't known. And our heart and our mind, well, they're starting to work really well together. We're not being all logic and we're not being all emotion, which is really good, Leo. We're going to sit there and cut through doubts and fears and negativity. We're also going to find that we're balancing this logical way and this passionate way forward in our lives. This sense of communication and connection and deeper desire. There is a sense here that as we look forward, and we have the repeat of the number 2 even within our own reading, and the number 20, which can be broken down to a 2. So divinity is definitely guiding us during this time, and it brings us to a balance of our passion and our mind, and the questions that we seek, and the answers that we desire, and the road that we are walking down. This is a time to ask the questions. This is a time to break down the barriers. We're going to be very surprised at what we see at the other end. And it brings us to the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is prosperity. No, it's not prosperity so much as it's breaking down the barrier so that we release what is holding us back from the prosperity that we want. But I actually see this as the firewood that kindles up the warmth and the insight and the revelations that come our way. And that's going to be a very big thing for us during this time. A sense of, I'm putting down the burdens that have held me back. And as I put down the burdens that have held me back, I step into my heart. I step into what I emotionally want. And there's a sense of conquering. There's a sense of opening up a door. There's a sense of extreme power coming forward here. And that's going to be this time for us. Extreme power leading us forward to a place of abundance. Our subconscious tarot message is the 9 of Swords. We're going to be too much in our own heads. We have to be mindful of that. We have to be mindful of overthinking and overanalyzing and worrying and worrying and worrying about every single decision that we make. There's a sense here of, I make this decision, I move myself forward with pride and with dignity of self. It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And that's the Princess of Swords. Again, being too much in our own head. There is a sense of lies. There is a sense of people talking with confidence, but having nothing to back it up. So that's going to be something that we have to look at here, or just be aware of. And then we have our chakra energy, which is inspiration. There's a new dawn. There's a new day. There's a new power leading us forward. And we are being inspired. A lot of doubts and fears and negativity that we have carried around with us for so long is being expelled from our bodies, from our souls, from ourselves. And we're finding a balance. We're finding a harmony. And that is really quite extraordinary. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the intensity of this angel day. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo, and may you have a blessed angel day.